What is going on, guys? KD Arsenal 141 here, and we are back. We're gonna be streaming a lot this weekend, starting right now, Friday night. Um, so we're gonna be getting into crypto. Like I talked a little bit about investing. I recently made a video about why people should invest in their 20s and 30s. That's on YouTube. I'm starting to get more into the commentary space and things like that. And basically, now I want to start talking about it more. I know I had it in my description for my channel, but mostly my channel is like about playthroughs and stuff like that. Uh, but I wanted to really start talking about this stuff more. So let's get into it. So first of all, we're gonna look at the crypto market and then look at some news. We got the crypto market cap sitting at 2.67 trillion. Bitcoin, the number one asset in the world, above everything else you can think about, except for maybe like Nvidia and gold, from what I remember. Um, so we got Bitcoin at 80,000. Now, when I first started talking about crypto, we were up in the 115 to 126, which was the previous all-time high. And I told you guys it would start to come down. Uh, and I had every scenario all the way down to 15. We didn't go that low. Could we still go lower? Possibly. But I was like, we'll go down 115, 110, 105, 97, 92, 86, so and we ended up going to 60,000. So a lot of people believe that's the bottom. That's not 100%, but it very well may be the bottom. Uh we have Ethereum still sitting in the 2000s, 2,313. XRP, $1.42. Solana is actually up 92 cents. It's up 10%. Wow, nice. Nice little gain on that. Zcash is $606.66. That's not that's a strange number. Cardano is up 11%, 27 cents. Nice. Bitcoin Cash, it's medium, $452 down from its all-time high of 1,500. Chainlink is up 14.5%. It's at $10.43. Stellar XLM, it's a cheap coin, but it has a lot of potential. It's at 16 cents and it's up 3%. Litecoin is $58.81 and it's up 5. Avalanche is up 10%. Even Shiba is up 3%. Uniswap, $3.74 is up 16.9%. So the crypto market is starting to come back alive. Polkadot is really cheap. It was like 50 something dollars. $1.38, up 14%. Pax Gold, which basically is a coin that trades gold, it's 4,707. Gold is up 2%. ICP is up 66% this week. $3.90. Okay. Algorand is up 23%, 13 cents. Polygon is 10 cents, is up 5.7%. So a lot of different coins are up. Let's see if we can look at this. See if we can't make it bigger. Zoom in. Yeah. So from the looks of it, let me see. Where does it show how much we're down? Oh, here it is. Yeah. So we're still 36% down from the all-time high on Bitcoin, which is 126,000. If I zoom out, let's go to 60. Come on. You can see it looks like we dang. Okay. It looks like we bottomed out right here. Wait, nope, 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 not right there, not right there. Let's go back a bit. It actually looks like we bottomed out back here. Looks like we bottomed out back here at 69. And as you can see, we've slowly been recovering, going sideways, slowly recovering, having small pumps. And then we got like the little final capitulation. And slowly we continue higher. You know, crypto is very volatile, but um, as we've seen, crypto continues to bounce back. It continues to bounce back. That was a few years ago when Bitcoin was went down to 14,000, and then it went up to 126,000. So Bitcoin always recovers. It's cyclical. It's cyclical. So in the next few years, I feel like Bitcoin is going to gain a lot. And if 60 is really our bottom, possibly 150K could be in the cards. Now in the last bull run, I was super conservative because of what we had before that. I was thinking 85 was the top, and we ended up hitting 126. So I was off by a lot. Um, so my price target and a lot of other people's is 150. We got to 126, so 25,000 more. That's easy. So I mean, it could be 180. Uh, I'm always in all cards on the table kind of guy. So I can have my bear cards and I can have my bull cards. But right now, every metric is showing higher highs, higher lows. Like I said, we could still come down, but I don't think so. Market sentiment's pretty good. Let's go to Ethereum. If we go to Ethereum, it's 53% down from its all-time high of 4,900. Okay. So it's ranged like this for a while. And it looks like also the bottom for Ethereum was around the same time, February 26th. And it was 17. And it's kind of traded just like Bitcoin, continuing sideways, but a lot less momentum. Just going sideways is pretty steady. But once Ethereum breaks out, let me get this. Once Ethereum breaks out, like look, this is still low for Ethereum. This is 33. We could reclaim that easy, but we are eventually, even though Ethereum's been slow, uh, we eventually are gonna reclaim 5,000. We're gonna reclaim that 5,000, just like Bitcoin's gonna reclaim that 126,000 and continue higher. Let's look at XRP. Now, XRP is down 62%. Now, it had a huge run up to like $3. You can't really see it on this. Okay, yeah, you can. Here we go. Gotta let it load in. Yeah, so basically, uh, it had a huge run up to $3 and some change once the SEC released their case on XRP. And as you can see, it went up really high. But as of now, it also looks like it bottomed out on February 26th. So that's three coins right there that have bottomed out on February 26th. And you see it kind of, did a little pump, higher highs, higher lows, steady sideways, boring movement. Pretty much the same. We'll check out Solana and then Cardano. Solana's down 68%. Zoom out. There we go, February 26th. So it looks like February 26th is when we capitulated. We capitulated February 26th. Because I confirmed that on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and now Solana as well. But same boring movement, sideways movement. We could get explosive. Solana moves explosively. And this all-time high is 294, and it's only $92. So Cardano as well. Let's look at Cardano, and then we'll move on from these charts. Let's go back to February. Yep, another coin. So we've confirmed it on multiple coins. Looks like February 26th was our bottom. That was final capitulation. And it was basically bought up on all those coins. And just continues sideways. Boring movement, higher highs, higher lows. I would say for Cardano I think got to what, $3.10. We could hit $5 or $10 in the next like big bull run. I feel like so we got the Heat View trading right here. This is S&P 500 index. There's a little bit of red. It's kind of a mixed bag, but there's still a lot of green. Tesla, Amazon, Google, Apple, Nvidia. I love Nvidia. Uh, Intel, AMD, some others. It's kind of a mixed bag, but I say maybe 50-50. A lot of green, a lot of red. So it's a medium day. But for crypto, it's looking all green. All green. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Zcash, Cardano. Doge, and different things. These are a lot of coins that people need to learn about. All right, so CNBC. Once again, you can see U.S. markets are in the green. S&P 500, Dow, Nasdaq, Russell, VIX, all in the green. Also, I noticed the ad. I'm not sponsored, but Frames Direct. If you want to get glasses online, they have a lot of deals all the time. All glasses, off brand and on brand. Check them out. Frames Direct. You can put your prescription in, have them get in contact with your eye doctor, and you can get something. I'm just giving you guys a tip for y'all that wear glasses. I wear glasses, and I bought from them before, and it's pretty good. I mean, if they want to sponsor me, I mean, do you Frames Direct? If you see this, yeah, they have really good service, really good communication. Uh, But you got this news right here outside of the market being green. U.S. payroll jumps more than expected. So it is a mixed bag. Uh, it's a mixed bag overall, but it's not too bad of a sign for the economy. It marks a bit of job creation, and it's medium for the market. You know, and unemployment is still at 4.3% supposedly. Also, consumer sentiment uh falls to a record low as far as like U.S. Treasury bonds at 48.2. So that's not necessarily good, but uh, it's due to surging gas prices due to the Hormuz war. You know, the other day, three U.S. destroyers went in to escort the ships, and Iran was firing on civilian vessels and also our naval destroyers. Our naval destroyers defended themselves with honor and valor against the hostile regime of Iran, targeting and holding hostage the world's oil. And they're a very bad regime. They're targeting civilians who were just transiting oil. Uh, they're holding innocent people, and it's wrong. Hopefully, we can get that resolved peacefully. Um, but I'm sure the U.S. and Trump and Israel can get that handled. Uh, Also, the S&P, despite it being about 50-50 with the whole index, it is about 500 of the world's of the United States' uh topic companies. The S&P 5 closes at another record notches longest weekly winning streak since 2024, right? So you got the S&P 500. Most people don't trade the S&P. Most people trade like the VOO, which kind of trades with this, or QQQ, which trades with the Nasdaq. I prefer like a 50-50 split when it comes to like stocks and crypto. I'm like 50% stocks, 50% crypto. I like Nvidia. I like S&P 500 for obvious reasons. Uh, I need to get into like a Nasdaq ETF. As you guys know, I love crypto. I've been researching crypto since 2019, and I've learned. I made some mistakes, and I've learned a lot about it. And I call crypto the new stock market. So when the stock market came up, people were skeptical, but every like institution right now is buying crypto. Here we go. I don't know if they have a crypto tab, but let's go here. So you got MicroStrategy, buying more crypto. Pretty much every country is buying crypto, and it has a circulating supply. There's only so much Bitcoin, only 21 million, and you see 95% of the supply has been mined. So there's less than a million bitcoins still undiscovered. Of course, you got to account for all the ones lost in cold wallets. But Bitcoin is scarce. That's what gives it the value, and that's why it's going to continue to go higher. Soon and very soon, there's going to be a crunch. There's not going to be. There's not an infinite amount of Bitcoin. You can't make more Bitcoin. There's only ever going to be 21 million coins, and we're 95% of the way there, guys. So in the next 10, 15 years, we can see explosive growth. A lot of people believe Bitcoin will be half a million to a million. Some people even more bullish say 3 to 5 million that Bitcoin will get to. But that right there, supply is dwindling. People are stacking sats all over the world, from all of the big banks, all of the big countries, from the EU to Russia to Trump, the United States, with the strategic crypto Bitcoin reserve. I think they got Bitcoin in that, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano in the strategic reserve. From what I've seen, uh, every country, even China's, considering a Bitcoin reserve. So Bitcoin is kind of becoming that international digital gold, and it is the number one asset in the world as well. And this right here, at the height of the last bull run, the crypto market cap was 3.7 trillion. And we will eventually get to 4 trillion and 5 trillion and some say 10 trillion. Right now we're kind of in the middle. We're not in Bitcoin or all season. Kind of both are like coming up, as you can see. We're oversold on the RSI, so we might dip down. But let me just explain this. It's easy to explain it with a chart. um, so basically, okay, so the green candles means up, red candles means down. Uh, and the fatter the candle, the more you can tell the movement. The thinner the candle, the more likely it is to swing in the opposite direction. So, um, with that with that said, um, you can see as it went up in this little bit of a pump to 82, 8, you can see once it hit that, it went down a bit and retested some of the previous lows and support. So some people will see this and say, "Oh, it's just a pump," and no. But every time you hit an all-time high, you will always retrace immediately. Nvidia did that too when it went up to uh 2018. No, 218. Sorry, when Nvidia went up to 218. Um, so anytime you hit an all-time high, you will always retrace, and you will retrace to these previous lows. Always, you will always, and then after you have some pretty big red candles, for the most part, you can only go down so far before it's bought up if it's worth anything. And then you will continue sideways and you will continue higher, even if it's just a little bit. So that's how the market works. And when it comes to stocks and crypto, you wanna just make sure that you do your research. Do your research. Do your research. It's not financial advice, it's just education. Um I wanna help my people out. I know some things. And times are difficult and the markets are moving, even though life is struggle, struggle for most people. But if you're smart with your money, you budget correctly. Like for me, I'm an extreme budgeter. Like for some people, they might say I'm extreme, and I still get games, because I do this thing for you guys. But I budget like crazy, and I invest, and sometimes that takes sacrifice. So you wanna get into like Vu Nvidia, not financial advice, but you know, I mean, look at this right here. Now it could always go down, and we will have another crash. So I am embracing the green days. That's another huge tip. Embrace the green days because the red days will come. Now we just survived so many red days the last since like October, and you'll learn to not get emotional about money when you see the market down 30%, 50%, 60%, 80%. My risk tolerance is extremely high. A lot of people's risk tolerance may not be that high, but mine is very high. And I don't get emotional when the market crashes. I see that as a buying opportunity. Um, and I know that what I invested in is worth what it is, and it will recover. No matter even if it crashed to 90%, it will recover. It will recover, which is why you want to do dollar cost averaging no matter what the price is. And why you want to start off slow, get to know the market, learn candles, learn technical analysis, learn the fundamentals, learn how news like the payroll, economy, consumer sentiment, and all of that, geopolitical events affect the market so that you can understand and you don't panic if the market goes down, or you don't say, I don't want to do that. That seems suspicious. No, 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 no. You know, and there's always more conservative options for investing. But you're gonna have lower gains and more stability, but lower gains, and you know. So share this video, and we'll continue to see green days. We don't know how high this bull market will go. Is this just a little pump and go lower? We'll see. Or is this the beginning of a huge pump? The fear and greed index right here is down. As you can see, we've been down for a good minute, and we capitulated right there, just as I confirmed with the other coins. Uh, and it looks like, according to the previous times, that we could be in store for something like this, where we hit extreme greed in the index, because we've basically gotten out of the extreme fear twice. No, three times. Three times. One, two, three. And so we're neutral right now. But green is on the way. Green is on the way. All right, guys. We're gonna get into Call of Duty now. We're gonna be playing a lot of games. I wanted to just prestige, kind of chill as we move into the weekend. Uh, and if any mothers are watching this, I know I do have uh, a small percentage of my audience is female. So happy Mother's Day to you guys. Um, yeah, happy Mother's Day. Like and share this video, and I will be doing more crypto updates, more stock and investing things, and more commentaries just in general. I want to continue this. I'm very interested in this topic, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Wow, this went on for 30 minutes. Nice. Okay.